everyone, Temi here again, T-E-M-I, in case you don't know how to spell it. Welcome to Temi's Beautiful Thought. Are you tired of this palette, this subculture palette, collecting dust in your closet? Yeah, I am tired of it too. So today we're going to figure out how to make it work. We're going to chew it up, mix it, and make something beautiful out of this. I did this look, and we're going to just go through how to get this look using this subculture palette. So guys, we're going to replicate this look on this eye. I'll go slow because I know this subculture palette is very tricky, but you know, you can work with it and you can get something really pretty out of it. I've used it a couple of times. So the first color I'm going to be using is Roxy. Well, actually, before I do that, the one thing that I noticed with the subculture palette is you want to go with a concealer first because you need a sticky base for the eyeshadow to adhere to. So I'm going to use my Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I'm just going to use that to, I already put a primer, eye primer on my lid. So I'm just going to use that to do like a double layer of priming. I have a mirror right here just in case I keep looking down. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm just going to put that in. Put that in. And this concealer also helps to kind of cancel the darkness on my eyelid. So that's one of the reasons why I like doing that. So. All right. Okay. So now we're going to go with Roxy just as a blending shade. It doesn't really show too much on my skin, but I like the way that it helps with the rest of the colors that I put on there. So what I do is I'm just going to pat it in. You don't want to go, you know, like this, like you would a normal eyeshadow. This one you want to pat it in. Pat the color in. And I'm a little bit messy with this part. You know, but it's all going to come together once we finish the entire look. And then what I do is once I put the color in, then I'll just go on the edges, just the edges, to just kind of fade it out. I mean, you can see the color, but it's not, you know, like, and that's what I want. I don't want it to like be intense. I just want a soft wash. Okay. So once I do that, now I'm going to go in with All Star. It's kind of like a muted purple mauve color. So that's the color I'm going to put. Make sure, and when you're picking up the shadow, make sure you dust off the excess, because you know the shadow is pretty dusty, but it's also very, very pigmented. So what I would do is once I get the shadow and I dust off the excess, I'm going to go right into my crease, and again I'm just going to pat in the color. I'm going to pat in the color. I'm just going to adjust my mirror so I can see it. Alright, so just pat in the color. And I go a little at a time, a little at a time. So as you can see, the color is already building up, and I build it up little by little, little by little. Yeah. And then once I get the intensity that I want, I take the same brush. It's just a kind of fluffy angle brush, and I'll just go over the edges. Just the edges. Because I just wanna soften it so that there's no like harsh lines. And you don't, just make sure that you don't go blending into the color that you just placed. Just blend the edges. And I know that this palette takes more time, you know, but really the colors are really, really pretty. And for me, I like the colors enough that, you know, I don't mind spending the extra time to work it in. Because every time I've used it, I've really enjoyed the look that I've gotten. So see, once I do it that way, I don't get that patchiness that people have. Because I've noticed that the reason why if I get patchiness is because I'm trying to like really blend where I place the color. So what I do is I place the color first, then I blend around the edges. Okay, and I think I like the way that looks right now. So now we're gonna go with a darker color. So I can find my brush. There we go. So I'm gonna go in with Rowdy. It's a deep, very deep purple color, and then I'm gonna put that. I don't know if you can. Everybody has like kind of like an imaginary V right here. So that's where I'm gonna put the purple. So I'm gonna kind of put it in a V shape right on the outer edge of my eye. Like this. I'm gonna, again, you want to pat it in. You don't want to swipe. You want to pat it in. And you want to go a little bit at a time. Take a little bit, dust off the excess. A little at a time. Okay. If I need some more. There we go. Once I get the intensity, I go back with that angle brush that I used to put in All Star. I mean, I can take a little bit of All Star, and then again, you want to go on the edges of where you placed it. Only on the edges. Just lightly. You want to lightly, because this is not the kind of shadow that you can be aggressive with. You have to be gentle with it. You know, other shadows are very, very forgiving. This one is not so forgiving. So I'm just going in with more Rowdy. Because I want that dark color to be really blown out like it is over here. Okay. Again, placing, then blend the edges. Okay, I think you guys think it's equal, right? I think it's equal. All right. So once I do that, I'm going to take my concealer again. And I'm going to cut my crease. Just halfway. I'm not going to go full cut crease. Just kind of like a half cut crease. Just halfway in. Go. And this palette, I actually got it. I got mine at Marshall's. I didn't get mine at like Sephora when it was out. I got it at Marshall's for $24.99. I will link the video down below where I was talking about how I shop for my makeup, high-end makeup at a discount. I'll link that video down below if you guys are interested. So I'm just gonna cut this. Yeah, if you don't know about TJ Maxx and Marshalls, better wake up. They have some really nice. I bought a Bare Minerals foundation, powder foundation there this weekend, and I'm going to really enjoy using that. I plan on using that for work. All right, like that. I think. I take my time with my cut crease because I want it to be as rounded as possible. Good enough. Good enough, right? All right. So once we do that, I'm gonna go in with the color Cube. That's the color that in the palette it looks white, but it's actually pink. I like that color because it's one of those colors that looks a little deceiving. Like, oh, is it white? Is it pink? It's pink. So I'm just gonna take some of that color, and again, I'm gonna just pat it in. And for this color, you want to use a flat synthetic brush. I've noticed that that's the best way to apply this particular shadow. Flat synthetic brush is the best. You know, I think this is a palette that if you can just be patient with it, you will really fall in love with the palette because it's really unique. I don't think there's any palette out there that has this kind of colors put together, the way that this particular palette is put together. There's a lot of like warm palette, neutral palette, but there isn't a lot with this range of colors. That's one of the reasons I really like it. All right, so patting in. All right, once I get the intensity I want, I'm gonna go back with Rowdy, and just going to, all I want to do is I want to blend in that pink and that purple together so they look seamless and there's no like harsh edges. Hi babe. That's my husband. He's trying to be nosy. He's trying to inspect what I'm doing. All right. Mr. Man, are you waking up? Don't wake up. Oh. That's my son. I think he's dreaming. He's dreaming of rainbows. All right. All right. See, I'm when it comes to eyeshadow, I'm a perfectionist. I want it to look a certain way. Don't wake up. Okay, I can go back with that angle brush again. Just soften the edges. Yeah, I like how that looks. Okay, see, I mean, it took me a little bit more, more time than usual, but I'm someone that I'm very, very finicky with my eyeshadow look, so a little extra time for me is not a big deal. I mean, if you have the palette, just spend a little extra time to, get it to work for you, because you want to enjoy what you spent your money on. You don't want it to just sit down there and just be collecting dust. All right, I'm gonna go in with this L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise liquid eyeliner. This eyeliner is not really good for eyeliner, seriously, because the way the wand is kind of silicone kind of wand, and it doesn't get a lot of product on the wand. So if you want to use it as an eyeliner, good luck, because it's terrible as an eyeliner. You're going to have to keep going, maybe even shake it a little bit. So I don't really like it as an eyeliner, but I'm just going to use it just as an extra shiny something on my crease right here. At least it's good for something. All right, now we're gonna go in with a bright pink eyeliner, if I can find it. It was here just now. Oh Lord. Stupid thing is not here. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Okay. Okay, this is NYX Vivid Bright. In the color, what color is this? Vivid Fire. This one too, it's not the best eyeliner, seriously. It's very, it comes out very goopy, and it doesn't give you a nice, you know, solid line. You put it on and you get like patches where the color didn't lay properly. So I'm not really fond of this particular. The color is really pretty, but I'm not really fond of the liner itself. Alright. See what I'm saying? It gets really, yeah. That's us. Let me intensify this one a bit. Maybe that's what it needs. Maybe it just needs 2 coats once it dries. All right. I'm gonna use BUXOM mascara. It's just a regular BUXOM mascara in Blackest Black. Alright. Alright, so guys, you know, like I said, just make sure when you are using this ABH palette, you gotta be a little bit more gentle because the colors are very soft, but they're very, very pigmented. You know, you just gotta be a little bit gentle with it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face off camera, and then to finish up, I'm gonna put All Star on my bottom lash area, and I feel like that just looks a bit. There we go. All right. So for lips, oh my goodness, it didn't break. Please God. So for lips, I'm gonna be using the RIMMEL 1000 Kisses Lasting Finish Lip Liner in Coffee Bean. That's what it looks like. And this, I believe this is ColourPop. Their matte liquid lip. It's pink. The color erased. Wait, did it? Stingray. Yeah, Stingray, that's the color. So I'm just gonna line on my lip. This pink color is a little too light for me, so I have to line my lips to make it look okay. Okay, and we're all done. So I'll put in the description box below all the stuff that I used for my face, in case you guys are wondering. But one thing I want to talk about is when this palette, when it came out, I know that everybody on social media that is interested in the beauty community, I'm pretty sure everyone heard wind of the drama and how everything unfolded and stuff. And the one thing that really bothered me was the way that people were really coming at each other over a eyeshadow palette. I just thought it was unnecessary. I thought it was very unnecessary. So I want to talk about, just briefly, when we find ourselves in controversy or drama, how to handle it. There's this quote that I remember, that I always keep in mind. I'm going to put it up on my phone here. Okay, so the quote is by some guy. Let's see, what's his name? Bernard Meltzer. Okay, and the quote says, before you speak, ask yourself if what you're going to say is true, is kind, is necessary, is helpful. If the answer is no, maybe what you're about to say should be left unsaid. And that is pretty much the summary of what I think about how to handle drama and controversy. If what you're going to say doesn't meet all that criteria, it's not kind, it's not nice, it's not necessary, it's not helpful, don't say it. Because I feel like on the internet, people seem to have diarrhea of the mouth, and they just want to go out at people, forgetting that people have, emotions, and people have feelings. It's not bots that you're talking to. You're talking to real human beings, that have emotions as well as you. And I feel like sometimes we forget that, and it's so quick, because there's no face attached to, maybe on YouTube, the person you're typing in their comment, on Instagram, you're just typing away. There's no face. You're not having to interact with the person face to face. So you kind of forget that that person is also a human being. People just pour out at other people. And I think that, it's something that we really need to think about, and we really need to do better. And I'm not just talking about the big YouTubers. I'm talking about everyone in the makeup community in general. I think we have to be better at being kinder to each other, being more understandable, more gracious, more understanding, more gracious to each other, So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, because I'm someone that I like to get along with everybody. I don't like to offend people. I understand that sometimes I will offend people, and when I do, I try to apologize and make things right. But overall, I like to see the best in people. So when I see people really going at each other like that, it really discourages me. So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from anyway. And again, remember that quote, if you want to look it up, is by Bernard. I hope I'm saying his name right. Bernard Meltzer. Yeah, look it up. It's a good quote to make a mantra, to always keep it at the back of your mind. So, like I said, I really like this look. I don't know about you guys, but I really like it. I really enjoy it. This is something I will wear out. I'll wear it, to church. I'll wear it to church, maybe not with the pink, eyeliner though. I'm gonna link my video about where I got this palette. I got it at Marshall's, like I said earlier. And I'm gonna link the video below where I was talking about what I do to save money on makeup. I'll link that below. And you guys should be expecting another video from me. I don't know if that will come before this one or after this one, but whichever way, I will link it down below. I'm gonna do a video about drugstore makeup, how to coupon for drugstore makeup. So yeah, watch out for that, because I know a lot of people are not aware that you can actually save a lot of money on drugstore makeup, even sometimes get it for free, So I'm gonna do that video, and I will link that below as well. So please share the video, share it to people, like it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and make sure you click the little bell below, so that when I get a new video, you guys can get notifications and about it. So I'll see you guys in another video. Bye. Have a lovely week. That's my signature move. Hey. That's my signature move right there.